Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming another haul for you guys, kind of a haul and a first impression, and I'll tell you guys if I've already smelled the fragrance or if I haven't before. And yeah, let's just get right into it. The first two that I'm going to talk about I actually have smelled before, but I'll kind of tell you more about them. So the first one is actually a pretty special one. It's one I'm not keeping for myself. It's Pour un Homme and it's by Caron. And this is a men's fragrance. It's the Eau de Toilette. This is a fragrance that I have been searching for ages, for my dad actually, and he had remembered that he had this bottle when he was younger that was green, and that's really all he remembered of it. And it took ages from just that description to find this, and I picked it up for him. And I wanted to see if I liked it enough that I would pick it up for myself. So obviously he's already opened it, but I just want to share the bottle with you guys because I think it's actually a very, very, very unisex. And here's the bottle. This is the 125 ml. This one has lavender, vanilla, and musk. And pour un homme means for a man. And what's interesting is that the scent of this, it was created in 1934, I believe. And the scent of this has remained unchanged since then, which is really, really rare in fragrances. And the reason it's called for a man, as the actual name of the fragrance, is this was the first fragrance in history, according to Caron, to be designed specifically for men, which is why they decided to name that, and they've kept the scent and, you know, the composition of this fragrance ever since then, which is really cool. And honestly, I kind of love this fragrance. It's ironic that they named it Pour un Homme specifically for men when I feel that it's very unisex, and actually a lot of people feel that way because I've seen women review this as well. It's beautiful. It kind of smells like vintage soap. You get a really, really, really nice lavender, and it only lists 3 notes: lavender, vanilla, and musk. Yeah, it's like vanilla lavender, and then as it starts to settle on your skin, you do get that beautiful, almost soapy musk. I think it's really, really nice. I wouldn't purchase it for myself now having smelled it, just because I think if I ever kind of craved it, I could just grab a decant off of this one that I bought for my dad. But yeah, it is really, really nice, and it's pretty inexpensive, so I will link it below, as with all the fragrances I talked today. And if you're into honestly pretty unisex lavendery vanilla scents, this is a really nice one. It's got a really soapy base to it, and I really like it. It was really nice, and I was so glad to finally find it for him. And now I can, you know, steal some whenever I'm in the mood. So that's Pour un Homme by Caron. Then a fragrance I literally a couple videos ago said I wouldn't recommend to buy, and yet I did. This is Girl of Now Forever by Elie Saab. In my Girl of Now and Girl of Now Shine video where I compare the two, I spoke about how I tried this once in store, and it was just kind of fruity because it has lemon zest, raspberry, rose, blackcurrant, almond, orange blossom, patchouli, cashmere, vanilla, and musk. And I had no intention of purchasing this, honestly, at all. Every time I saw it in stores, I only tried it just that one time even, and it wasn't for me. And then I found it today for $19.99. And I could not believe it. I found it in store. It was insane. It was such a good deal, and I was completely taken back by seeing it. I don't know if it's getting discontinued, and maybe that's why, but it was just such a huge jump from being completely full price to $19.99 that there was like 5 in store, and part of me was like, just buy all of them, and then I didn't. And I tried to control my hoarding tendencies, so I bought one. And I did buy it back up, and I'll see. Maybe I'll gift this to someone. Maybe I'll keep it if I really end up getting into it. But I have not smelled this since, I don't know, January, I think, when I tried it in store. So let's try it together. This one, oops, my God, just thought I broke it there. This one is, yeah, so it's kind of like the exact same bottles, obviously, but it has the coral petals. And let's see. I'm hoping I like it more now than I liked then. Okay, so off the strip, I still get a lot of that lemon raspberry. It kind of smells like if you've ever had those lemon raspberry, kind of like push frozen pops that you can like squeeze up. It smells so much like that to me in the top, but that's just the top notes. I'm hoping I'll get more. I get no blackcurrant, which is one of my favorite notes as of yet, but I'm gonna let it, you know, just play out. I'm gonna play with it a little more, and now that I own it and a backup, I might as well play with it. It isn't bad. I don't want it to come off as though this is a bad fragrance by any means, but the other two are just so nutty and almondy and orange blossom and warm. And this one it's very different from the other two in my opinion. So I'll play with it a little more. I am ridiculously happy to have found it for the price I did. So it is kind of affecting my opinion on it. I like it more now than when I was comparing it, full price in January. But yeah, let's see. Now we're gonna get to the 2 first impressions, and I'm so excited. And I think I'll start off with this one, Justin Bieber The Key. If you had told me even a couple months ago that I would be excited to try and own a Justin Bieber perfume, I would have thought you were joking. And honestly, the only reason I got this is because as of late, Melissa Jean, my YouTube friend, and a couple others have been inspired or just picked this up and started talking about this, and I don't know why. It just got in my head that I must try it. I found it for so cheap. I think it was like, I don't know, $14 or something. And this one has juicy fruit, sheer bouquet, and a creamy base of sensual musk, exotic woods, and vanilla. And people have kind of described this as being like a really creamy, shampoo-y fragrance. So we shall see. I am excited. And I can't believe I'm excited, but I am, to try it out and see how it smells. So I've never smelled this. I never tried it out when it came out. It's a complete blind buy. This is the bottle right over here. And I guess I'll take this plastic off the actual key. So yeah, not crazy about the bottle, but it's $14. And it's the scent apparently that's amazing. So let's try it together. Oh, okay. It's a little alcohol-y. Let me see. I'll spray it on my hand as well because I want to see how it comes off. It is nice. I think I'll need to play with this a little bit more. It is very shampoo-y. It is very shampoo-y, and it's kind of like a vanilla floral. Yeah, I do get all of those notes actually. I get the fruit, I get the vanilla, and it said sheer bouquet, but just like some soft florals. And it does have a shampooiness to it. It is nice. It's definitely by no means the worst celebrity fragrance. And it's not ridiculously unique either. Yeah, it falls somewhere in the middle. I do like it though. On first impressions, I mean, this is one that I would definitely wear, and I think honestly, if this were to be in a different bottle by a designer, people would go really crazy for it, because as it's settling into my skin, and that first spray had a lot of alcohol smell to it, but as it's settling in on my skin, it is actually really nice, and I actually am kind of starting to like it even more. So yeah, wow, I am really happy about that. And yeah, definitely will continue to try this, and maybe what I can do is kind of come back in a couple weeks and talk about more and more of the fragrances that I've hauled throughout since I've started my channel. I did that with Delina already, and you guys seem to enjoy it because it's nice to have more in-depth review than just a first impression. But wow, yeah, as it's settling on my skin, I am into this. So that's The Key by Justin Bieber. And then finally, one I'm so excited to talk to you about because I hear no one talking about this. I'd never even seen this, but as I was buying The Key, I just saw this as kind of like a newly added area, and it was really inexpensive. It's Viola, or Viola, not sure, by Ajmal. And this one lists bergamot, blackcurrant, and spicy notes, lily of the valley, and rose, and then cedar, patchouli, and vanilla. And yeah, I'm really excited because it had a bunch of notes that I was interested in, and the bottle was, I don't know, purple, and sometimes I just get so drawn to like purple violet-y bottles, and this was called Viola, and I just thought, you know, it was, I think it was like, it was definitely under 20, but I'm not sure exactly how much. It's kind of a very bright metallic purple, and I thought I might as well try it, and maybe this could be like a hidden gem that I could share with you guys. So let's see. Oh, okay. So I'm definitely getting the bergamot and spicy notes in the opening. I can smell some rose in there. And yeah, I can see how there's definitely some woody notes. I wouldn't necessarily have said cedar, but I do get some patchouli. This is a lot more mature smelling of a fragrance than I would have guessed. This is also a fragrance that I would say is a lot more fall and winter. It's quite strong. Yeah, I'll have to obviously see about lasting power and all that stuff, but yeah, it's kind of a spicy floral right now. And I'm really interested in kind of, I know obviously I've read the notes and I've shared them with you, but in just like researching a little bit more about this one and playing with it on my skin and wearing it, this is not really the best time of year to try this out because it is quite strong, as they say, but I do not regret it by any means. This is an interesting one, and sometimes I like to try out fragrances that I don't really hear anyone talking about because it's fun to explore new things, and maybe it ends up being a total win and I can tell you guys about it. So off the bat, I do like this one, but it's interesting and it's stronger than I would usually go for, so I'll have to play with it a little more. So yeah, I always like to put my hauls in kind of order of what I'm most excited for and kind of like the best wins. I will say this, I'll just put it in its own category, I guess, but this is kind of a really, really happy purchase for me because I could find it after all those years of searching for what it is he wanted. So other than this one, which is just great, and I would totally recommend if you're into vanilla lavenders, with the three that I'm keeping myself, I would put this in first place because it's actually really, really nice on my skin and I can't believe it, but I do like this one. Then between these two, it's difficult. I would say I am more interested in trying out this one, even though it's more out of my comfort zone than this one, just because I don't really hear anyone talking about this. I'd never seen it before, and it's going to be interesting seeing if this has really great lasting power, how it feels, and how it smells on my skin. So I would put this in second, but in a close third, Girl of Now Forever. This is by no means my favorite Girl of Now. It's actually third place for me, even now having bought it, but it was just such a great deal today that sometimes there's just like such a rush of finding something for such a great deal. So I know a lot of people like this one and prefer it to the other ones in the range if you like a lighter, fruitier version. But for me, it's just so much of a lemon raspberry scent that, yeah, I'm not sure. But I am excited to have found it, and I obviously got a backup so I don't hate it. Yeah, so that was my haul for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.